You're listening to Cardboard Chronicles of Western New York, where we bring data, lived experience, and local solutions into one conversation.
Today we will talk about poverty and homelessness in Western New York, what the latest numbers says, where the challenges concentrate, and what we can actually do next.
Stay with us. What is poverty in Western New York? Let's start with the big picture. In Erie County, 14.1% of residents live below the federal poverty line. That's about 130,526 people based on the 2023 American Community Survey.
Within the city of Buffalo, poverty is even more concentrated. Roughly 27.6% of residents live below the poverty line. More than 1 in 4 neighbors by the U.S. Census Bureau of 2024. For context, New York State overall is closer to 13.9.
Poverty isn't evenly distributed. On Buffalo's east side, recent ACS based estimates show rates around 29.5%. West Central Buffalo is about 25.2%. Meanwhile, parts of northeast Erie County think suburbs like Amherst can be as low as 4.2%, according to the U.S. Census Bureau of 2024. That's a stark spatial divide.
When these cluster geographically, so do downstream outcomes like evictions, shelter demands, and health disparities.
Homelessness in Western New York.
Turning to homelessness, as of August of 2024, 857 people were homeless in Erie County. 659 of them were in Buffalo, accounting for 77% of the total.
If we zoom out beyond a single day count to annual instability, UB Heals reported 5,682 individuals in Erie County experiencing housing instability or homelessness in 2023, including couch surfing, temporary housing, and shelter use.
Youth homelessness is a critical piece. Compass House estimates 3,000 or above 3,000 homeless youths in Western New York at any given time, and in Erie County, 18 to 24-year-old makes up 8.9% of the homeless population, while children under 18 years old accounts for 20.3%.
Those numbers remind us families and kids are very much part of this story, not just single adults. How poverty drives homelessness. We often treat homelessness as only a housing problem, but the local data shows a tight relationship with poverty. Buffalo has about double the county's poverty rate and over 3/4 of the county's homelessness.
Evictions are a clear pressure point. From January to early September, Erie County issued nearly 3,500 eviction warrants, a pathway that can quickly lead to instability or chronic homelessness for low-income renters.
Layer on rent burden. Around 44% of Erie County renters spend more than 30% of income on rent, leaving little buffer for a lost shift, a car repair, or a medical bill. When budgets are that tight, a single crisis can push a household into homelessness.
Yes, as well as mental health, substance use, domestic violence, and other factors. But local providers repeatedly point to poverty as the enabling condition. If incomes can't meet rent, instability follows.
Why it especially matters for young people.
Early homelessness has long-term effect, interrupted schooling, trauma, and barriers to employment and adulthood. Youth who experience homelessness are more likely to face chronic unemployment and mental health challenges later in their life.
That's why prevention and rapid stabilization for families and youth are high leverage strategies. When you stabilize housing, you stabilize education, health access, and future earnings. What works locally? So, what does progress look like in Western New York? A few pillars keep showing up in the data and on the ground: poverty reduction and wage equity. Raising incomes for low wage workers reduces inflow into homelessness. Affordable housing, expanding supply and preservation plus supportive housing for those with higher needs. Eviction prevention, legal assistance, emergency cash, and mediation can keep families in their homes. Youth focused responses, school based identification, family reunification support, and low barrier youth shelters.
And at the community level, we've seen that relational support, peer mentors, companion programs, and outreach partnerships reduce isolation and connect people to care faster.
So, in closing,
We will have a call to actions. Here's what you can do this month. Prevent an eviction. Donate to emergency rental assistance or volunteer with legal aid and mediation groups. Show support to youth services. Support organizations serving runaway and homeless youth with essentials, tutoring, and safe shelters. Support outreach and stabilization. Join or fund mobile outreach linking people to healthcare and housing navigations.
and keep learning. Follow local data, ask how your neighborhood can build more affordable units, and, most importantly, see our unhoused neighbors as neighbors first.
Thank you for listening to Cardboard Chronicles of Western New York. If this episode helped you understand the landscape, share it. If it moved you, act on it.
We'll see you next time.